we're right there, baby. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Bit of a different angle. New angle. I am the big dog named Austin. Now, it has been quite a while since I've come up on here on YouTube. I got a new studio. I don't know what to call this. This is a little hallway, okay? As some of you may know, I got a little girl. She's about 21 months old now. I gave her that whole entire corner, right? Because I had a little corner. As you remember, that's where I did my videos at. And I was like, you know what? This don't need to be in here. So I put it, and it's kind of perfect, right? Because everything stays along the wall, and then, right, here's the door. So then you got all this back in there, and it's kind of a mess. I ain't gonna lie. You got this thing, whatever this thing is. This came with the house. This house is almost 100 years old. I don't know, but I got a whole bunch of stuff up here. Colts thing that my mom gave me one year for Christmas. Open sign that I got from a church garage sale or yard sale or community sale. Pretty awesome stuff. I got a dual disc. Now, let me tell you a little story before we get talking about Colts. Okay? Back in, I don't know, the early 2000s, mid 2000s, I was obsessed with Yu-Gi-Oh! I loved Yu-Gi-Oh!
It's time to do.
Everything about Yu-Gi-Oh! So one year for Christmas, my parents gifted me a dual disc. Now this dual disc whipped around, dude. It was so cool. Yo, you want this on? She might be making an appearance. Here you go. And I had it, and I even was so excited about it. I took it to school, had a good time for show and tell, had a good time with it. Somewhere along the line, I lost interest in Yu-Gi-Oh! Happens, right? My parents sold it in the garage sale. Now, I don't know why, but I wanted the dual disc. I couldn't find that original dual disc. I could only find a cheapy knockoff version. This don't even flip around. This don't even light up. It just, I did put cards in there. Obelisk the Tormentor. Red Eyes Black Dragon. Dark Magician. Come over here. Blue Eyes White Dragon. And Slifer the Sky Dragon.
Slifer the Sky Dragon!
Okay. Now, that's just a little tour of what we got going on here. Okay. New look. Same big dog. Okay. We're getting into it. It is 2026. We are 34 days away from Colts playing the Baltimore Ravens in Indianapolis. I can't wait, dude. I cannot wait. And you've got the kickoff, which happens on Wednesday this year. Wednesday, my dudes. But like I said, it has been a while since I have gotten on here on my channel and done a video. Yeah, I think I just got busy. I don't even really remember when I left off. The Colts didn't make the playoffs. Daniel Jones got hurt. Last season was one of the all-time collapses. It wasn't the all-time collapse, but you got to remember, we were 8-2. We were 7-1. We were 8-2 coming out of the game against the Atlanta Falcons in Germany. I thought we were rolling, okay? And then we ended up missing the playoffs by 3 games. I'm just going to tell you right now, I think the Colts go 9-8. Now, there is a little bit of hope, a little bit of optimism that I have with this team, but under Chris Ballard, I just don't think that we're going to, get it done. Why are you destroying your hat?
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
I feel like relying on the health of Daniel Jones is going to be too much this season. Jonathan Taylor, he's got a lot of mileages on, a lot of carries, I should say, on him, right? Can he withstand a full season of a 17-game slate? We need him. We need Jonathan Taylor. We need Daniel Jones. Without those two players, realistically, what are we going to do? I mean, so this season, if Daniel Jones stays healthy, and if Jonathan Taylor stays healthy, You can say that about almost any team in the NFL. Oh, if our key players stay healthy, of course you're going to play well because of your key players. But I think outside of that, I look at our defense and I hear what's going on at training camp, but I think that they're playing pretty solid. But that remains to be seen because, again, it comes back to health. Tre'Davious Ward last season battled a couple of concussions. And then you have Sauce Gardner who came in. I don't remember exactly what his injury was. I want to say it was an ankle. I could be wrong about that. I apologize if I am. How you doing, baby? Can you say Adam Vinatieri? Good try. All reports this preseason, this training camp, Daniel Jones looks pretty good. If you didn't know that Daniel Jones tore his Achilles last year, you wouldn't have been able to tell that he is coming off of surgery. That's the reports from some of the people I've been listening to around the city. I do have optimism that, look, I look at last year and the 7-1, 8-2 start that the Colts had. The Colts had a really good offense. You can't overlook that. The defense was up and down as always. You never really have a consistent Colts defense. But the offense was on fire. And then Daniel Jones kind of came back down to earth. He had the fractured fibula. He ended up tearing his Achilles on his other ankle. Or other leg, right? So the season did kind of fall apart. Now, during the offseason, Carly Gordon-Ursay had said that it was like pausing a really good movie, and they want to hit resume on the movie. Now, my problem with that is, to me, that was the movie. 2025 was the movie, and it ended poorly. Had a terrible ending. Awful, right? 2026 is a new movie. Hopefully we can finish stronger. The analogy isn't great, okay? But the point is, yes, you had this strong start to the season, and looking at that, yeah, I've got a little bit of optimism. Daniel Jones has got to stay healthy. Again, going back to that. And never in his entire NFL career has he played an entire season from start to finish. He had one season where he was really close when he actually won a playoff game. That was it. If he stays healthy, I do believe that he can lead us to a playoff game, maybe even win us a playoff game. Now let's talk about a couple other offseason things before I want to get into a little bit of broader scope of what I think this season, the expectations are. Okay, because of we kept Chris Ballard. Okay, Alec Pierce is hurt, and he's been hurt really all season, since the final game of the season. Right? He had ankle surgery in March. He had signed a big contract extension, and he is still not back in training camp. Like I said, we're 34 days away from the Colts kicking off the season against the Baltimore Ravens. So there's a little bit of concern there. Who are our other wide receivers? We got Josh Downs, Akeem Westbrook-Akine, I think, and then who else you got? Ashton Doolin. Thank you. You got Ashton Doolin. Kyler Warren. I mean, yeah, he's going to be one of our top pass catchers, but you lost Michael Pittman. You traded him to the Steelers. I am bummed about that. I really liked Michael Pittman. He was so tough, and he gave everything he had. Put his body on the line for every single play. I really hate to see him go, but he went to the correct team. I mean, what team tougher than the Pittsburgh Steelers, right? I don't hate the Steelers, but I definitely didn't want to see him, go to an AFC team. And an AFC team we play nonetheless. We play the Steelers week 5 in Pittsburgh. Last season, I went to the game last year, and I said in that video we had not beaten the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh since 2008. 2008, I was in middle school. I got a 21-month-year-old. I was in middle school last time the Colts beat the Steelers at Pittsburgh. It's time to get one. And that's not going to help by us trading away Michael Pittman Jr. to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Anyway, congratulations to the Pittsburgh Steelers. You got a dog. Back to the Chris Ballard stuff. I don't remember exactly what happened at the end of the season because it's been a long off season. We're finally getting to where I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, right? That's why I'm doing this video. I've been wanting to do videos so long I didn't know where to start because there's been so much going on in the off season. I'm just diving right in. That's all I can do. And sometimes, be honest, truth be told, this is not the first time I've done a video. I'm not hold her, because what she does is I'll hold her here and she'll want to play with all this stuff. And if I back away and try to talk, she'll scream at me. She'll get mad at me. She's the boss. She is the boss. Yeah, Colts. Can you say go Colts? Can you say go Colts? Nope. Back to the Chris Ballard thing. So Chris Ballard was kept through the offseason, one more season, right? I pretty much kind of view this as like the Irsay daughters, with the death of Jim Irsay, kind of put in maybe a tough spot to maybe make a move looking to the future. I think this is Chris Ballard's last season. The only way Chris Ballard keeps his job for the Indianapolis Colts general manager in 2027 and beyond is if bare minimum Colts win the division and win one playoff game. And I don't even know if that'll be enough, because if you go win the division and say you're a 2 seed and you get bounced in the second round, is that enough? Is that enough to retain a general manager who in his 10 or 11 year tenure, who had won the division once, made the playoffs 3 times, and be 1 in 3 of those, or 2 and 3 in those playoff appearances, right? If what I said plays out. Now, if you win the division, make it to the AFC Championship game, you know what? Let's see what happens. Bare minimum, you have to win the division, you have to win the playoff game. If you don't win the division and you make the playoffs, not good enough. If you don't win the division and you make the playoffs, you win a playoff game, not good enough. Get rid of Chris Ballard. Shane Steichen, on the other hand, I still have a little bit of hope in Shane Steichen. I think that Shane Steichen is one of the better play callers in the NFL. I like his play calling. Some of his situational decision making, it feels a little questionable. There was a play that I saw where the Colts ran a fake punt on like 4th and short against I want to say it was the Patriots. I don't remember. And then kept their punt team on the field for the next down, for the 1st and 10. The Patriots were caught 12 men on the field, had to call a timeout. That took a timeout from the Patriots. That could come back. That stuff from Shane Steichen, to me, blows my mind. And I love seeing that stuff from him. But some of the situational stuff, like in crunch time, I feel like he could be a little better. But he's only been a head coach for 3 seasons. This is his 4th season. So, in my mind, Shane Steichen can only get better. And if he does get fired by the Colts, which, honestly, I kind of like Shane Steichen. I kind of want him to be here. But if he gets fired by the Colts, he's not going to have a hard time finding a job. So, that being said, when I said the Colts are going to go 9-8 this season, I kind of believe it, because I don't believe that Daniel Jones is going to stay healthy. I think that Jonathan Taylor is going to miss some time. And who knows what's going on with Alec Pearson? Who knows how our defense is going to be? I mean, I think that this is one of the more intriguing seasons. Like, I feel like I say that every year, but I just don't know what version of this team we're going to get, because we're virtually running it back from last season, right? We had a strong start to the season. We didn't really get better. You can make an argument we got worse. I mean, lost Michael Pittman Jr. But I think he was a big time playmaker. I really do. He was, a really big piece of this offense. And that puts a lot more pressure on Jonathan Taylor. It puts a lot more pressure on Josh Downs, especially if Alec Pierce isn't back. Puts a lot more pressure on second-year tight end Tyler Warren. Not that I don't think that these guys can handle it. That's the NFL. That's what you're made. That's what's, pressure situations, right? But in order to win games, to start strong like you did last season, we're going to hit the ground running. I hope I can make some videos more consistently. I did get a new job. Went back to it. I went back to Carvana. I'm at Carvana now, for those who want to know. I don't care to hide it. Carvana. I love it, actually. But I am so excited for football season. And also, how about the Indiana football Hoosiers winning the Natty? Like, I'm not even like a hardcore IU fan. I don't like IU basketball. For those of you who know me, know that I'm a Butler Bulldog basketball fan through and through. That will always be my team. But it was fun watching IU football this year. I can't lie, it was fun watching it last year. But it was really fun watching this year. They won the Natty. That was crazy. But anyway, I'm a big dog named Austin. That's all I've got for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I am so happy to be back. Hopefully I can keep doing videos. Just do 1 or 2 a week. You know, just talk about football, talk about sports, talk about Colts. With that being said, I am the big dog named Austin. Go Colts!